taking a moment to get really comfortable. Whether you're sitting or lying, take a few more wriggles, making sure you're completely comfortable before you spend the next few minutes at peace and at calm with yourself, feeling a moment of gratitude for taking this time for you. Allowing yourself a few deep, slow breaths as you begin to slow down your body, slow down your breath, slow down your heart rate, and to slow down your mind. Last few wriggles as your body becomes completely comfortable and relaxed. And as your body relaxes and your breath softens into a regular, even routine, you find that your mind also begins to soothe and calm and quiet, leaving you space and peace. If you become distracted with thoughts or sounds, allow your mind to come back to your breath or to my words as I take you on a gentle, beautiful journey. You find yourself on a path. Beneath your feet is sand, and either side of you are sedge grasses. The path is climbing the side of a dune. As far to the left and as far to the right as you can see are grass and dunes and sandy paths. And the gentle incline takes you up the side of the dune. The path is compacted and easy to walk. In the air is a brisk breeze, and you pull your scarf a little closer around you, a little higher up towards your chin, and you snuggle deep down in your coat as you walk the path between the dunes, feeling the earth, the sand beneath your feet, feeling the connection with the air, cold, brisk air around you, blowing on your face. It's refreshing and it's enlivening the movement of your body, the effort of walking slightly uphill on the dune, and the brisk, cold breeze on your face makes you feel alive and fresh. But inside there is a weight pulling you down a little. And as you climb along the path, you start to consider the weight. And you know what this weight is. It could be a little extra weight you're carrying, maybe from overindulging in unhealthful foods. It could be an emotional burden. It could be some thoughts, some things that you're working through, some work or family matters, some health issues. But you feel the burden of this as you walk up the hill. And although your logical head knows that it's temporary and it will pass, your mind and your emotions feel the weight and the distress and the dis-ease of your burden. Bringing it to mind and feeling the emotion of it. is exactly the place we want to be as you walk up the hill, the side of the dune. A few more steps and you reach the crest. And before you is the sea. It's grey and it's energized. The wind is creating waves and white horses and crashing waves on the beach. It feels fresh. It feels clear. You feel its own emotion and its own energy in the air as you walk down the side of the dune. And you walk to stand by the sea. The beach is sandy and clear, compacted where the tide has been and is working its way out. The sand is easy to walk on in your boots. And you happen to glance around you and notice that the beach is completely empty. And as you walk towards the edge of the water, just to the point where the water touches the edge of your boots, the tip of your boots at the highest point of the wave, your feet remain dry, the water just comes up to touch you. But you then watch it drifting back out to sea. Your eyes gaze down to your boots and the sand beneath your feet. And then gradually you bring your eye line up, forward to the edge of the water. Higher and forward a little more to see the waves crashing into each other. The sea buffeting the water and the sand and the rocks. And beyond that is the horizon, and the grey blue of the sea merges with the grey blue of the sky. The wind and the energy and the air creating this turmoil within the water. And you feel that weight and that turmoil within you. Whatever your own personal turmoil is, I'd like you to bring it to mind. And bringing your hands up in front of you. Palms facing upwards, creating a small bowl. I'd like you to visualize your burden or turmoil. Maybe you see it as a ball of colour. Maybe you see it as an object. Maybe you see it as pain. However you visualize it, I'd like you to see it in the palms of your hands. Feel its energy. Understand that it's okay to feel the discomfort. And as you see it as an object, maybe you also give it a name. What is it that you're feeling? What name can you give that feeling? Take a deep breath in and name that name. Allowing your shoulders to drop as you breathe out. Letting go of the name. Giving the name to the thing in your palm. Another deep breath in and name it again. And give that name to the object in your palms. Allowing your shoulders to drop as you do so for a third time. And as you feel the feelings and you see the object, of your burden. I invite you now to throw it to the air and the wind, taking your hands and throwing them upwards, allowing this object to scatter in the wind, allowing the wind and the air and the energy of the sea to transmute your burden into love, the only way that the energy of the universe can do so, the energy of the air and the energy of the sea and the energy of the earth and the sand. And then I invite you to take your arms out to the side, feeling a sense of openness. If you're brave enough, you may choose to open your coat and allow the wind to buffet through your body. Opening your mouth wide, as if you're screaming and shouting and letting it all go. Deep breaths in and as you let go of your burden. Having named it, you throw it to the wind and the air, and the wind and the air scoop it away from you, and they transmute it into good, positive energy, and you feel the lightness of letting it go. Feel this sense of peace and this lightness, and that's this energy within you as the wind and the energy and the universe clear your burden from you. They clear the energy, creating light, creating space and peace. You feel your shoulders drop a little bit more. You feel your head fill with the light and that cleansing energy of the wind and the sea. And you take a deep breath in. And I invite you now to name the feeling that you feel within. Peace, quiet, clarity, release, expression, letting go, cleansing. And as your arms drop back to your side, you do up your coat if you undid it. You open your eyes to the sea, and you notice that the wind has dropped and the sea has calmed. And you watch the waves gently lapping up the beach. A gentle, rhythmical movement of water that is calmer and quieter. And with the dropping of the wind, the air feels a little warmer. And you feel the pressure of the burden has lessened. You feel a sense of peace and of happiness. And as your eyes gaze up towards the sky, you notice a few chinks in the cloud as the blue sky begins to appear. You feel lighter and fresher as you walk along the beach, enjoying this sense of lightness, this sense of freshness that you feel within your body. Taking a moment to appreciate what you've let go of and appreciate the sensations that have replaced. Walking along the beach, a gentle breeze only in your face. Soft sand as far as the eye can see. And the birds overhead, the gulls gently soaring and calling, guiding you back to a place of space and peace and calm. You turn back towards the dunes. Climbing up through the sandy path. Maybe you're taking a different path back now. You're further along the beach, and the path twists and turns through the dunes, through the coarse grass and the hillocks of sand. And as you come down the other side, the sun is shining. You feel fresher and freer and calmer. Taking a deep breath in to appreciate for a moment the sense of freshness and renewal